In the aftermath of the Silicon Valley bank collapse, Americans are rightfully concerned about what to do with their money. You mix in those never-ending recession concerns and rising interest rates, it leads to a whole lot of economic anxiety. Karen Lee joins us now. She's a certified financial planner. Karen, everybody's worried about what to do right now with all this economic turmoil going on. What advice do you have? People of any age.
Thanks for having me, Jim. There's a couple things everyone should be doing, and one thing is building up those emergency reserves that we know we're supposed to have 3 to 6 months. Get that done, maybe a little bit more, and pay down your consumer debt quickly. Everyone should be reviewing their spending and their budget and tighten if necessary. And remember, with recessions, if we go there, job loss is your greatest risk.
And I know that sometimes the advice depends on what age group the person is coming from. So your advice for somebody in their 30s is going to be different from somebody in their 40s and 50s. Walk us through some of that. What would be your advice to those different age groups?
Absolutely. So if you're in your 30s, you might be looking for your first home or another home. If possible, I'd take a little break. Give yourself some time. Let the market settle out, interest rates settle out. Make sure and check your interest rates on your credit cards and any student loans if they're private loans or car loans, because companies can raise those on you. And then I would consider expanding your skills if you could, online certifications, anything to make your resume look better.
And 40s, 50s, what should folks be doing there?
Yeah.
Probably a little bit more conservative.
So 40s and well, and a bit more of the same. If there are major purchases, maybe take a break on that. But one thing I will say to this age group, resist the urge to stop contributing to your 401k because you feel like you see the values going down. This is an opportunity to get into the market, dollar cost averaging at lower share prices. So make sure you do that. Again, I'd get your resume updated. I'd activate your network. And if you haven't yet, take a broad, comprehensive look at your financial plan, especially if you're in your 50s and you still haven't. You still have time to plan for retirement. So take a look and don't put off changes you've been meaning to make.
And I assume for older Americans, you're going to have to, be a little bit more realistic about, investing heavily in the stock market. You got to roll that back a little bit, I imagine. Yeah.
Hopefully, if you're 60 and older, you're not heavily invested, maybe somewhat invested. Best thing for peace of mind is to keep your spending in check, tighten your belt if you need to. If you're nervous about money that you do have in the market that you're living on or your required minimum distributions, consider taking a year to 2 years worth and going ahead and liquidating it to cash. Leave it inside the IRA or whatever it's in, but go ahead and take a cash position. We're well above last year's intra-year lows, so not a bad idea. And, I always say, if you listen to things, whether it's news or podcasts that get you fearful, turn that stuff off for the time being. Listen to some neutral news sources like CNN, for example. And hopefully, don't worry for everyone. Don't worry, don't panic. Do you know, in all the financial crises I've been through in my 35 years, the issues are always a little bit different, but the outcome is the same. The economy comes back, the market comes back, and the USA gets into a calm place again. It will happen. Just be patient.
All right. That's a good word for where we are right now. Patience. Karen Lee, thanks a lot. We'll be right back.